The top 7 foods that cause constipation and 6 other foods you should eat instead. Did you know that certain foods have a binding effect that might cause constipation? Interestingly, an unripe banana does the same. There are also many other foods that are harmful to your health. Constipation is a frequent condition described as having fewer than 3 weekly bowel movements. Up to 27% of people suffer from it, and its associated symptoms such as bloating and gas. The likelihood of experiencing it increases with age or physical inactivity. Some foods can help relieve or reduce the risk of constipation, while others can worsen it. Here are 7 foods you should avoid so you don't come down with constipation or aggravate an existing one. Did you know that gluten intolerance is a major cause of constipation? At number 7, we have gluten-containing foods. Gluten is a protein present in wheat, barley, rye, spelt, kamut, and triticale cereals. Some people may have constipation after eating gluten-containing meals. This is referred to as gluten intolerance or celiac disease. When a person with celiac disease consumes gluten, their immune system assaults their intestines, causing serious damage. As a result, those suffering from this condition must adhere to a gluten-free diet. One of the most prevalent symptoms is chronic constipation. Other conditions in which a person's stomach may respond to wheat include non-celiac gluten sensitivity, NCGS, and irritable bowel syndrome, IBS. Individuals with certain medical disorders do not appear to be gluten intolerant, but they do appear to be sensitive to wheat and other grains. If you feel gluten is causing your constipation, try eliminating gluten from your diet. Number 6, we have everyone's favorite drink, alcohol. Did you know that alcohol is often considered a possible cause of constipation? Excessive alcohol consumption can increase the number of fluids lost through urine, resulting in dehydration. Poor hydration, whether from not drinking enough water or from losing too much of it through urine, is frequently associated with an increased risk of constipation. Unfortunately, no studies on the direct relationship between alcohol use and constipation could be located. Also, some people suffer diarrhea rather than constipation after a night of drinking. The effects will probably differ from person to person. Have you wondered why you get constipated after consuming processed grains? Well, think no more. On number 5, we have processed grains. Some foods, like white bread, white rice, and white pasta, are lower in fiber and may be more constipating than whole grains. This is due to removing the grain's bran and germ during processing. The bran in particular includes fiber, which adds weight to feces and aids in its movement. A higher fiber intake has been associated with a decreased incidence of constipation in several studies. Recent research found that every extra gram of fiber ingested daily reduced the probability of constipation by 1.8%. If you currently eat a lot of fiber-rich whole grains and are constipated, adding extra fiber to your diet is unlikely to help. In other circumstances, it could worsen the condition. If this is the case for you, consider gradually lowering your daily fiber intake to see if it helps. Number 4 is milk and dairy products. Another prevalent cause of constipation, at least for some people, appears to be dairy. Infants and toddlers appear to be especially vulnerable, probably due to a sensitivity in the proteins in cow's milk. Dairy products might induce constipation in certain people. This is especially frequent in those who are allergic to the proteins contained in cow's milk. However, a substitution such as soy or oat milk could result in constipation relief. It should be noted that lactose-intolerant people may develop diarrhea rather than constipation after ingesting dairy. Did you know that the red meat we consume daily can also cause constipation? Next on the list is red meat. Red meat may aggravate constipation for 3 reasons. For starters, it has minimal fiber, which adds weight to stools and aids in their movement. Second, by replacing higher fiber alternatives in the diet, red meat may indirectly diminish a person's overall daily fiber consumption. This is especially true if you consume a lot of meat at a meal, limiting the amount of fiber-rich vegetables, lentils, and whole grains you may have simultaneously. Lastly, red meat has more fat than other forms of protein such as chicken and fish, and high-fat diets take longer to digest. This may raise the chance of constipation even higher in some circumstances. Constipation sufferers may benefit from substituting red meat with protein and fiber-rich substitutes such as beans, lentils, and peas. Ranked number 2 on the foods to avoid are fried or fast food. This is common knowledge. Fast food isn't healthy for the body. Constipation may be exacerbated by eating big or frequent servings of fried or fast foods such as chips, cookies, chocolate, and ice cream. Because these meals are heavy in fat and poor in fiber, they can impede digestion as red meat does. Also, fried fast foods are prepared with a lot of salt, which can reduce the water content of the stool, making it dry and difficult to pass through the body. When you consume too much salt, your body absorbs water from your intestines to help compensate for the additional salt in your circulation. Finally, we have bananas. When it comes to constipation foods to avoid, bananas are a riddle. It's all about timing. Unripe bananas can promote constipation, while ripe bananas can help cure it. Unripe or underripe green bananas induce constipation because they contain a lot of starch, which the body finds difficult to digest. Bananas also contain pectin, which pulls water from the intestines into the stool. If a person is already dehydrated, this might aggravate constipation. Babies might also become constipated if they consume an excessive amount of bananas. Now that you know what to avoid, try to add these 6 foods and you're done with constipation. At number 6, we have something we are almost all missing but has so many benefits for our body and especially for constipated people: water. Our bodies are made up of 60% water. It is critical to drink enough water to keep things flowing in your digestive tract. Consider your colon a tube. Suppose you're eating all these things and they go into this tube, but there isn't enough water to drive the food down the tube, causing everything to become stuck and finally solidify. Warm water helps to break down food faster than cold water, allowing you to go to the toilet more readily and reducing constipation. Number 5 is every workaholic's favorite drink: hot coffee. If you claim that drinking warm water does not help, the next step you may take is to consume a cup of hot coffee. For some individuals like myself, drinking coffee increases the desire to use the restroom. This is because coffee causes the muscles in the digestive system to contract, resulting in a bowel movement. According to one study, the impact of coffee is 60 times greater than water, but we believe both are needed. Coffee also includes trace levels of soluble fiber, which can help avoid constipation by boosting gut flora balance. However, coffee may overstimulate the gut for people with IBS, exacerbating digestive symptoms. So, depending on your digestive condition, this strategy may not be suitable for everyone, but coffee does assist in reducing constipation. Number 4, fiber. If you can't go to the bathroom, eat more veggies and fruits, as you've probably heard before. This is because dietary fiber expands your feces, making them softer and easier to pass. The daily fiber guideline for women is 25 grams, while for males it is 38 grams. If you don't get enough fiber in your diet, begin by including more high-fiber items in your meals, such as fruits, vegetables, beans, whole grain bread, and cereals. However, put it in gradually because overeating at once might create constipation. The excess fiber in your diet can also cause bloating, gas, and constipation. This is unusual. Fiber is essential for solid bowel movements if you follow a vegan or raw diet. On the other hand, consuming more than 70 grams of fiber per day might promote bloating and constipation, so don't overdo it. Number 3, probiotics. When it comes to preventing constipation, no food does it like probiotics. One of the reasons you experience digestive problems is an imbalance in the bacteria that usually exist in your intestines. We require pre- and probiotics to help our immune system and digestive health. Probiotics are helpful microorganisms that assist in keeping your body healthy and functioning correctly. Probiotics are live bacteria cultures we eat as supplements or in fermented meals. Probiotic-rich fermented foods include yogurt, sauerkraut, kombucha, pickles, miso, tempeh, and kimchi. Prebiotic meals nourish the healthy bacteria in your stomach, whereas probiotic foods include live bacteria. Number 2, olive and flaxseed oils. Olive and flaxseed oils have a slight laxative action which aids in the passage of materials through the intestines. These oils also include antioxidant, antimicrobial, and anti-inflammatory effects and chemicals that aid digestion. As number 1, we have sweet potato. Sweet potatoes are high in fiber, which can assist with constipation. One medium sweet potato, approximately 150 grams, has 3.6 grams of fiber, which accounts for 14% of the recommended daily intake. Sweet potatoes are high in insoluble fiber, mostly cellulose and lignin. They also include pectin fiber, which can help with bowel motions by adding volume and weight to stools. Roasted, steamed, boiled, or mashed sweet potatoes are all options. It may also be substituted for ordinary potatoes in any recipe that asks for them. Constipation is an unpleasant and relatively common ailment. If you suffer from constipation, you can improve your digestion by following a few easy dietary modifications. Begin by avoiding or minimizing your consumption of constipating foods, such as those mentioned in this video. Thank you for being so patient up to this point. It's greatly appreciated. Subscribe and enable alerts to avoid missing out on future videos from us and much more. Check out this video to learn more about how to care for your body, and we'll see you in the following video. Stay safe!